Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Line. We're going to take a look at this story here from Timcast. Breaking news, Donald Trump has been indicted yet again, this time on obstruction and Espionage Act charges, according to this new report. A new report has been alleged that the Justice Department is preparing to seek an indictment against former President Donald Trump for violating the Espionage Act for his obstruction of justice. The report alleges that DOJ is preparing to ask a Washington, D.C. grand jury to hand down the indictment as soon as Thursday. The Independent reports that prosecutors are ready to ask grand jurors to approve an indictment against Mr. Trump for violating a portion of the U.S. Criminal Code known as Section 793, which prohibits gathering, transmitting, or losing any information respecting the national defense. An indictment is said to be related to Donald Trump bringing 103 documents that were marked as classified to Mar-a-Lago after leaving office. According to the report, Section 93 does not reference classified information, which would strategically cut off Trump's claim that he had declassified all the documents before leaving the office and bringing them to Mar-a-Lago. If convicted under the Section 793, Trump would face up to 10 years in prison. That section of the US criminal law is written in a way that could encompass Mr. Trump's conduct even if he was authorized to possess the information as president, because it states that anyone who lawfully brings in possession of access to control over or being entrusted with any document relating to the national defense willfully, communicates, delivers, transmits, or causes to be communicated, delivered or transmitted, or attempts to communicate, deliver, transmit, or cause to be communicated, delivered, or transmitted the same to any person not entitled to receive it, or willfully retains the same and fails it to deliver it on demand to the officer or employee of the United States entitled to receive it, can be punished by as many as 10 years in prison, this report claims. Now that means they couldn't get him on declassifying all that information that he did have, because as the president, he can just declassify information as he sees fit, which is what he did with any of those and all of those documents. They couldn't get him doing that, so now they're trying to get him for saying that he was distributing it to people who weren't authorized to read it. So I don't know about you, but this is obviously a witch hunt to try to take him out of the running for the next election, and they're going to try to keep his hands tied as much as possible because they know how much of a threat he is. There is no one currently running for president other than Donald Trump that has the ability to win. Joe Biden is not going to win the next election. He will, if he even makes it that far. He is an old, frail man who cannot keep his words together, can't even stand up on stage without falling over, can't go up a flight of stairs. They will not elect him as president again. He would die in the White House if that was the case. That is what they want for Donald Trump. They want him to pretty much die in prison. Any of these charges go through and he gets convicted, it's a death sentence for him. He is that old. We're going into prison for 10 years, 20 years. It's a death threat. It's a death sentence. And they very well know that. They want him to die in prison. And they don't care if these charges are fake or trumped up. They don't care. They just want their Democratic nominee to win. And they know the only way to stop Trump from winning the next election is to put him in prison, to slander him with as many false allegations and false reports and indictments as they possibly can. The original indictment, the fake rape charge that he got, that he won in court but still had to pay damages for, and then this one here again. They are throwing everything they have at him so that he cannot win the next election. But I don't think it's going to stop him. If you are in prison, you can still run for president in the United States, which is astounding. We'll keep reading here. The report says that prosecutors intend to ask grand jurors to vote on the indictment on Thursday, but that it may be delayed up to a week to allow a complete presentation of evidence. The former White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, is cooperating with the investigation, will plead guilty to several federal charges as part of a limited immunity deal, which additionally includes him testifying against Trump, the report claims. On Thursday, Trump posted on social media that he's been indicted and summoned to appear at a federal courthouse in Miami on Tuesday, 3 p.m. Trump responded to the federal charges by declaring, "I am innocent," on Truth Social. A corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorneys that I have been indicted seemingly over the box hoaxes, even though Joe Biden has 1,850 boxes in the University of Delaware, additional boxes in his Chinatown, DC, and even more boxes at the University of Pennsylvania, and documents strewn all over his garage floor where he parks his Corvette, which was secured only by a garage door that is paper thin and opened much more of the time, Trump wrote in his first of 3 posts on social media. Truth Social, sorry. Trump continued, "I have been summoned to appear at the federal courthouse in Miami on Tuesday, 3 p.m. I never thought it possible that such a thing could happen to a former president of the United States who received far more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country and is currently leading by far all candidates, both Democratic and Republican, in polls in 2024 presidential election. I am an innocent man." Trump declared, "This is indeed a dark day for the United States of America. We are a country in serious, rapid decline." That's very true. "But we together will make America great again." This is the second time Trump has been indicted this year, but the first time being charged federally. In April, the Manhattan District Court attorney charged Trump with 34 counts of falsifying business records. Trump is currently the front runner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. Now, doing this to Trump is not surprising. They've been going after him with everything they possibly can. They tried spearing him with all that fake Russiagate, the whole Steele dossier. Anything they can do to stop him from running, they will do. The Democratic Party and the Biden government will not stop until Trump is in prison. How is this happening in our day and age in apparently the leader of the world in America? It's a shining beacon of freedom and integrity and all this blah, blah, blah bullshit. And they have weaponized their government, broken every law. They are breaking everything they hold sacred to get rid of the orange man. I mean, it just shows you how much power that the Biden government has stolen and created over the last couple of years, and it is using it all against Donald J. Trump. It will stop at nothing to see that man in prison and at least not see him run again. Even if he had, I don't know, gone quietly into the night and not run again, I don't think they'd be following up on this. I don't think any of this would be happening. They'd just shut up. They just wouldn't say a thing. You know, they'd make sure that the next election is secure for the Democratic Party. They'd be going after Ron DeSantis twice as hard as they already are, but they would have left Trump out of it. But because he's running, because they know he will win the next election, they are going after him with a vengeance. I can't see him making it to the next election cycle, making it to the next presidency without someone trying to kill him, honestly. This is how bad this has gotten. They are falsifying charges. They are making shit up and just throwing it out there, throwing, how much mud you can throw at a wall. Something eventually is going to stick. And it's all to cover up the massive corruption and disgusting acts that the Biden family as a whole has been getting away with for the last eons. I mean, we've got all this fake UFO media stories coming out. We've got all this crap coming out about Trump now. Is because they've just released all this evidence on the Biden family and their corruption, and no one in the mainstream media is talking about it. No one said a word. It's all about UFOs and Trump and all this bullshit, and no one seems to be covering that the Biden family has heard all this massive amounts of information and finance data and everything proven to be true has been leaked out about them, and they have nothing to say about it. No mainstream media has anything to say about the Biden family corruption because they know they will be next on the hit list. They are going after Trump hard in 2023. They will come down on him like a ton of bricks in 2024. They are shutting down people like Tucker Carlson, people like where the story is from, Timcast. They're going after anyone who can put out the correct information, at least put out the information that's true so you can make up your own mind about it. They are shutting them down left, right, and center. And it's only going to get worse the closer we get to 2024 election cycle. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.